Photographers are always looking for better tools. They want cameras that can capture fast action and work well in low light. The upcoming Canon R6 Mark III might be just what they need. Rumours suggest it could have a powerful new sensor from a higher end model. This might mean clearer night shots and sharper sports photos. One exciting possibility is 4K video at 120 frames per second. This could let filmmakers create smooth slow motion footage. Let's explore what else this new camera might offer. Canon has been busy lately, releasing new cameras one after another. We've seen the R1, R5 Mark II and R3 hit the market in quick succession. Now, there's talk about a new addition, the Canon R6 Mark III. This fast-paced release schedule shows Canon's drive to improve their cameras. It also makes us wonder how quickly camera technology is changing. Canon uses a unique numbering system for their cameras. The R1 is at the top, then comes the R3, followed by the R5 and finally the R6. This system helps photographers understand where each camera fits in terms of features and who it's made for. As we look at the rumours about the R6 Mark III, remember its place in this lineup. It's meant for serious photographers who need a reliable camera that won't cost too much. Before we dive into the R6 Mark III rumours, let's take a look at what the Mark II offered. This camera was impressive with a 24 megapixel sensor. This was an upgrade from the 20 megapixels in the previous model. The dual pixel autofocus 2 system was a big improvement. It could track moving subjects better, even when they moved quickly. Some earlier Canon models had problems with overheating. The R6 Mark II fixed this issue. It managed heat better and had a longer battery life. This was great news for photographers who shoot for long periods. The camera no longer had a 1.07 times crop when shooting 4K video at 24 frames per second. This gave them more freedom in framing their shots. The Mark II was also fast enough. Its electronic shutter could take 40 pictures in 1 second. This kind of speed is usually only found in much more expensive cameras. It made the R6 Mark II impressive in its price range. The camera also added new focus modes. It had an AI focus option alongside the traditional one-shot and servo modes. This gave photographers more control over how the camera focused on subjects. The Mark II could also connect to a computer and work as a high-quality webcam. This feature became very useful during the rise of video calls and online meetings. Now, let's look at what we might see in the R6 Mark III. People are talking about a 24 megapixel BSI stacked sensor. This might be the same sensor used in the high-end R3 camera. If this is true, it will be a big step up in performance. Stacked sensors are known for being very fast. This could mean the camera could take pictures even faster than before. It might also reduce the rolling shutter effect in videos, where fast-moving objects look tilted or wobbly. This new sensor could also improve how the camera works in low light. It might be able to capture more detail in very bright and very dark areas of a picture. This would be helpful for photographers who often work in challenging lighting conditions. There's also talk about better video features. The R6 Mark III might be able to record 4K video at 120 frames per second. This would allow for very smooth slow motion footage. Some people even think it might record 6K RAW video if you use a fast CF Express card. Speaking of memory cards, the R6 Mark III might have 2 different card slots. One would be for CF Express Type B cards, which are very fast. The other would be for SD UHS-2 cards, which are more common. This would let photographers choose between speed and convenience. Fast cards would be great for shooting lots of pictures quickly or recording high quality video. Regular SD cards would work well for less demanding tasks. Canon's autofocus systems keep getting better with each new camera. We expect the R6 Mark III to continue this trend. While we don't know exactly what improvements it will have, it's likely to be even better at finding and tracking subjects in your pictures. The camera will probably use an improved version of Canon's Digic-X processor. This is the brain of the camera that handles all the complex calculations needed to take and process images. It's worth noting that Canon seems to be reaching the limits of what the Digic X processor can do. The newest cameras, like the R1 and R5 Mark II, use a new chip called the Digic Accelerator. The R6 Mark III probably won't have this new chip, but it shows that Canon is always working on making their cameras faster and more powerful. The improved processor and autofocus system could work together to make the camera even better at tracking fast-moving subjects. This would be great for sports photographers or anyone who likes to capture action shots. The camera might also be able to recognize and focus on a wider range of subjects, like specific animals or vehicles. Where will the R6 Mark III fit in the camera market? It will likely cost between $2,500 and $3,000. This puts it in direct competition with popular cameras from other brands like Nikon and Sony. Canon needs to be careful with this price. The camera needs to offer enough new features to make it worth buying over the R6 Mark II. But it can't be too good, or people might choose it instead of Canon's more expensive cameras. We're not sure exactly when the R6 Mark III will be available. Some people think it might be announced in late 2024 and available in early 2025. Others think it might not be announced until early 2025. It's hard to predict exactly when it will come out because making and shipping electronics has been complicated lately. The timing of the release could be important. If Canon releases it too soon after the R6 Mark II, some people who just bought that camera might be upset. But if they wait too long, they might lose customers to other brands. Canon will need to find the right balance. Remember, these are just rumours for now. While they come from sources that have been reliable in the past, we won't know for sure what the R6 Mark III will offer until Canon officially announces it. In the meantime, the best camera is the one you have with you. Keep practicing and improving your skills, no matter what gear you're using. So what does all this mean for you? If you're thinking about buying a new camera, these rumours about the R6 Mark III might make you reconsider your options. Are these potential features enough to make you wait for the new model? Or do you think the current R6 Mark II would meet your needs, especially if its price drops when the new model comes out? We'd like to hear what you think. As for everything else, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want more content like this on your feed.